Okay, people, super welcome. Today is June 29th, 2022. This is the last class of June, and this is Book 3. Our class is now doing Unit 6.2 from Book 3. So we are halfway through. The book is half over, right? So we only have now 6 more lessons to go, and then it's over, right? So you've come a long way. Let's take a look at our page on Google Classroom so we can see what we did last class on Monday, okay? So as you can see here, on Monday, we started Unit 6. We did only one page because actually we started Unit 6 last week. So on Monday, we only concluded a final part of 6.1. We talked about quantifiers, like both, several, most, and all. And we talked about space food. That was very interesting. And today we are going to move on to 6.2. All right? If you have your books, open your books to page 66. So let's take a look there. Yes, this is the page. So the title of the lesson is Express Yourself. This lesson talks about your self-image, how you see yourself, and how this is important to you. So the first question for us to think about is, think about your image. What do your clothes and hairstyle say about you? That's a good question. Do you like your image, first of all? How do you see yourself? Do you like what you see?
Yes.
When you look at yourself in the mirror, do you like? Yes, you do. Okay, awesome. That's the question. If you are happy with your image, right? Some people, they like observing, they like looking and admiring themselves in the mirror. Some people don't worry much. I don't worry, to be honest. But I know that some people like their reflection in the mirror and they check their image all the time. Some people love selfies, you know, those pictures. I don't, to be honest, I don't take selfies. But do you like taking selfies? Do you take a lot of pictures of yourself?
Not much.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, I don't, to be honest. I don't really like taking pictures of myself, but I like photographing other people, places, but I don't like to take pictures of myself. I don't feel so comfortable. So this is what this lesson is all about. So to start our lesson, I would like to share a short video about a woman who will talk a little bit about self-image. Okay, so let's take a look there. Let me share the video here. This video is from a series of lectures from TED. The name of the video is The Power of Image to Transform Your Life by Erin Mathis. Okay, so to share the video, I will turn off the microphone so you don't get an echo and then you can hear better. Okay, Let me just turn up the volume here. So, all right. So let's take a look.
Back in the 1980s, I was an awkward 13-year-old in my first year of middle school. I was super shy and insecure. I got teased and bullied a bit. Because I had so few friends, I often didn't have anyone to eat lunch with, so I would just go hide out in a classroom by myself. I was not happy with how my life was unfolding at that point. When it came to style, I was clueless. Can anyone else relate? For lack of better ideas, I copied my mother's look, including that unfortunate short layered mullet hairstyle. I wanted to be a sophisticated lady, so I had the style of a middle-aged woman and apparently a passion for mimes. I didn't realize how my image was perpetuating my unhappy situation. But things were shifting. I was about to make a discovery that would change the course of my story. I started to pick up some clues about style that was more age-appropriate and flattering to me. I grew out my hair, got contacts, practiced makeup techniques, and by the summer before 10th grade, I transformed, kind of like a caterpillar to a butterfly, with big 80s hair. And when I showed up for school, people noticed. To go from being overlooked or teased to getting all this positive feedback felt amazing. And with my new inner confidence, with my new image came a new inner confidence. I started to make more friends. I got the courage to try new things like softball team and cheerleading. My story veered in a whole different direction that I liked a lot more. I was amazed at this new power I discovered just from changing how I put myself together. I thought, wow, if this worked for me, it could work for others. And a seed was planted for my future career as a style coach. Fast forward to today. After more than a decade working in the field of personal image, after helping many different people experience transformations, I can say with confidence that changing your image can actually transform your life. Now, I know that many of us struggle with what our image should be, especially because mainstream culture feeds us pictures of certain ideals. One of these for women has been the classic Barbie doll. Tall, thin, long blonde hair. Yes, basically a younger version of me. But our culture is moving in the right direction to celebrate a diversity of all different body sizes, shapes, and colors. Your style doesn't have to conform to a specific ideal. Your best authentic image will serve your purpose. So, how exactly can your image transform your life? Today I'm going to show you 3 ways. Number 1, it can change how you feel about yourself, your inner narrative. Number 2, it can change how others perceive you. And number 3, it can change the kinds of opportunities and people you attract. There's a quote, never underestimate the power of a good outfit on a bad day. Style doesn't fix you, but it can help you feel better about yourself. Psychological research has shown that the clothes we wear affect our behavior, mood, confidence, even the way we interact with others. This is a phenomenon coined by researchers Adam and Galinsky called enclothed cognition. Galinsky states, "It has long been known that clothing affects how other people perceive us, as well as how we think about ourselves." A great example of this is a woman I worked with named Yolanda. When we met, she had recently lost her job due to a downturn in the economy and was freelance consulting. It was a very challenging time in her career and in her life. This is Yolanda before. As with all my clients, we walked through a process I use to identify her true personality, visual preferences, body type, face shape, coloring, and how she wanted to be perceived. And then we redefined her image using wardrobe, hair, and makeup. Yolanda had a transformation. Yeah, right? She loved it. It was very well received. But what I found fascinating is that years later, I asked her to reflect on the impact of this whole transformation in her life. And she said, it gave me a fresh perspective on myself that I didn't even know I needed, and then ultimately gave me the resilience to get through one of the toughest points of my life. Going through this process gave me authentic confidence and helped me feel good in my own skin. She said, all the little things add up. You stand up straighter, you feel better. So not only can your image change how you feel about yourself, it can change how others perceive you. The way you present your image is telling a story, whether you realize it or not. Have you ever stopped to think about what your story is communicating? If someone had to describe you using three or four adjectives just based on how you put yourself together, what might they say? Relevant? Creative? Contemporary? Haphazard? Disorganized? Scattered? Friendly? Simple? Supportive? This is Ben. When Ben came for an image consultation, he was in a background supportive role in his job. He typically wore baggy, untailored clothing, as you can see here, and didn't bother with haircuts too often. After going through, the discovery and consultation process, Ben had a transformation.
Wow.
And yes, and now his outside communicated qualities he already had inside. Creativity, competence, intelligence, leadership. And shortly after this transformation, his whole life changed. He got engaged and then married to a dynamic leader and advocate. He was offered a leadership position at an organization where he was now often center stage in front of large audiences. Would all that have happened for the old version of Ben? Redefining his image gave him more credibility and helped position him for promotion. He was taken more seriously as a result of his new look. It changed how people perceived him. And number three, your image can change the kinds of opportunities and people you attract. According to one university study, people make key decisions about us in the first 7 seconds of contact. How many times in life do you have a brief encounter, an introduction, a chance meeting, when you don't have the time to overcome an image that's sending the wrong message? First impressions can open or close doors. All the money you spent on education, all that therapy you've had, the character work you've done, your strong work ethic. You may not have the time to present your qualifications. So the more you can communicate through your image, the better chance you have at attracting the people and opportunities you want. My mentor had a remarkable experience with this. Carla has been a pioneer and a visionary in the field of personal image and color for many decades. Her book, The Triumph of Individual Style, has been taught at fashion schools and has been called a Bible to image consultants. In her early 60s, her career seemed to be winding down. But like many people feel in midlife and beyond, she was not done. She had so much more to offer and the potential for her greatest impact yet. But she had gradually settled into the convenience of a low-maintenance style and image. Her visual story was now communicating the impression of pleasant, safe, conservative, unremarkable. But that's not who she was. Furthermore, it was not serving her purpose or the impact she still wanted to make. So at that point, she allowed me to come alongside as her personal stylist with a fresh perspective. Taking that same process and applying it, Carla too had a big transformation.
Wow.
Now, her image conveyed who she was. Relevant, modern, creative, iconic, expert. And with her new look came new opportunities. After this transformation, she started to get more invitations to speak and teach around the world. More and more people traveling to her from many different countries to take her courses. And they would consistently say that her image attracted them. That when they saw her in person or in pictures, she looked relevant. She looked credible, like someone they wanted to learn from. Redefining her image changed the people and opportunities she attracted. It transformed the narrative of her career and her life. So today, I've shown you 3 ways that your image can transform your life. How you feel about yourself, how others perceive you, and the kinds of people and opportunities you attract. Any one of these could make a difference. But when you combine all 3 together, it can have a huge impact. So today, I hope to spark a new sense of possibility that you can use your image to help write your life story. Now, the reality is it takes skill to pull it together. It is hard to achieve an effective transformation on your own. As you saw today, even style experts can benefit from a fresh perspective. So for some of you, taking action could mean working with a style coach, aka personal stylist or image consultant. If your resources are very limited, you could ask a stylist friend or a career mentor for their feedback and ideas about your image. Maybe you can relate with how I felt early on, and you are ready to redefine your image and get some breakthroughs. Ready to transform from a caterpillar to a butterfly. Your wings are going to look totally different than mine and be absolutely unique to you. But the important thing is that you do emerge with confidence, spread your wings, and fly. Use the power of image to transform your life. Thank you.
Wow. Wow, that was really good, wasn't it? My goodness. What did you think about it? Do you like the idea of changing your image and by doing this, changing your life?
Amazing, teacher. Amazing.
Yeah, incredible. So image is super important. It really makes a big difference, right? And it's true that we sometimes need help to change the way we look, change our style maybe, so we can find a better I guess a better opportunity in life to grow, to develop our talents. And I think we should pursue that. I have been thinking about it myself because it's true. People get the first impression of us in the very few seconds that we meet. And then after this is done, it's difficult to change. So it's important to to express something positive, to express confidence, to express professionalism. It's so important. And sometimes we take it for granted. We don't worry much about it. So this is a very interesting piece of advice, and we should think about it. How important our image is. It's much more than we think. Okay? So now, this is what this lesson talks about. Okay? How to better express yourself. So now we can answer this question. How important is your image to you? Yeah, it should be more important. At the moment, I know I need to change a few things, but I need help. I need help from a professional, maybe a personal stylist, someone to help me change everything. Okay, so this is nice. It's nice to know that we can use some help and maybe change our life. Okay, so let's take a look at this first reading skill tip here they give. We add prefixes to the beginnings of words to change their meanings. Now, talking about words, okay? Recognizing common prefixes can help you guess the meanings of unfamiliar words, like words you don't know, okay? Prefixes such as un, des, miss, and in, they give the opposite meaning. Example, unlike, disagree, misunderstand, impossible, informal. Here are the meanings of other common prefixes. So here we have anti, meaning against. So anti-smoking. Co, meaning together. Cooperate. Mid, meaning in the middle of something, like midtown. Re, meaning do again, like replay. And auto, meaning self, out of focus. Okay? So sometimes when we understand the idea of the prefix, we can understand the word. So here, why are we checking it out? Let's see here. We are going to do the reading activity here, number 2, and find the prefix in each word here. So let's take a look. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. And where are the prefixes in these words? Let's take a look there. So let's highlight them. I will color them orange. In the first word, the prefix is auto, okay? In the second one, on. The third one, mid. The next one, un. And then the last one, re. These are the prefixes, okay? Great. So after finding the prefixes, let's guess the meaning of each word in exercise 2 from its prefix. Then find each word in the article from self-portraiter to selfie and check your answers using the context. So let's say I will show you here the words so you can do the activity. It's here, number 2 and number 3. All right. So we are going to focus. Yes. There you go. So the first one, what do we call the middle part of our life according to the words here? Yes, midlife. Very good. Okay, midlife refers to the period that comprises the middle part of your life when you are like in your 40s, in your 50s. Okay, you are in your midlife. Now, the story of a person's life created by that person, what do we call that? All right, very good. Autobiography. So it doesn't fit there, but this is the word autobiography. It's when you write your own story. Now, number 3, something that is not real. Yes, it's unreal. Okay. Number 4, style again. You restyle. Yes. Yes, when you style something again, you restyle. And finally, number 5, something that is not similar. Okay, it's something that is unlike. Okay, unlike. So why are we checking these words? Why are we discussing these words? Because we're going to read an article on selfies and self-portraits. Self-portrait is the same as autorretrato in Portuguese, okay? So we call that self-portrait. How are they similar? So what is the similarity between a selfie and a self-portrait? Okay. So that's what we're going to try to understand here. The title of the article is From Self-Portraiter to Selfie. Okay. So I will give you, since it's a little long, I will give you 3 minutes to read the text, okay? In silence. So I will time you, and after we read, we will discuss what the similarities are between self-portrait or a self-portrait and a selfie, okay? So let me try to time you that. Okay, all right, 3 minutes to read that. Okay, did you manage to read everything? Okay, so let's take a look at the question again. Okay, let's see what they want us to discuss. The question is, read the whole article on selfies and self-portraits. How are they similar? So if we look at the text here, here we have in this third paragraph, paragraph 3, they say, although taking selfies is a modern activity, the idea of self-portraiture as self-expression is hundreds of years old. But unlike now, the selfies of the 17th and 18th centuries were made by artists, not ordinary people. So here we found differences, not similarities. The problem is selfies They are something that modern people usually do, while self-portrait was only reserved for artists, painters, right? Because only they could do that. So if you wanted to have your self-portrait in your living room, you would have to hire a painter to do this, right? And it was kind of common among rich people. People who had money, they could pay an artist to create their portrait, okay? So, and also some artists, they did their own, they painted their self-portrait. Like, for example, Van Gogh, Rembrandt, okay, among others. But the idea of self-portrait and selfies, the idea is basically the same. People take those pictures to show a positive look in life, to show something good, something positive about themselves, right? Here, look, self-portraitor is visual autobiography. Self-portraits of the Dutch artist Rembrandt, for example, follow his life from youth to the successes of his midlife, and also to his problems in old age. So both of them, like they say here, similarly, people today post selfies online that act as a digital record of their changing lives. So whenever we post a selfie, we are like creating a digital record of our lives, okay? So the same idea of self-portrait. So here is the similarity, okay? So if we want to check the answers here to that question, let's say that here we have the answer, the possible answer to number 4. Selfies and self-portraits have both been used by artists and ordinary people to show their lives, express themselves, or create an image. So we come down now to the same topic from the movie, from the video we saw. Create an image. Okay. So that's what we are looking for when we are posting selfies or, you know, creating those images. We want to express a part of ourselves that maybe is not always true, but we want to keep that record. Okay. So now moving on to the next part. Here, still about the article, we should read the article again and decide if the statements are true, false, or not given. So let's say the word selfie became popular after 2013. Is it true, false, or not given? Let's see the text. Look, In 2013, selfie was Oxford Dictionary's word of the year. So it became kind of popular, right? Yeah, in 2013. So we can say that it's true. All right. Number 2, it's difficult to take a good selfie. What do you think? Let's see there. Look. Because of social media, anyone can post selfies to show the world who they are and what they do in their daily lives. But is it a good thing to do? So here, they are not really saying that it's easy. They are saying that anyone can post, but it's not stated that it's easy to take a selfie or difficult to take a good selfie. So I guess this one here is not given. Okay, they don't really specify, oh, it's difficult to or it's easy to. Okay. Number 3, artists have created self-portraits for hundreds of years. What do you think? Let's see that. Uh-huh. Look, although taking selfies is a modern activity, the idea of self-portraitor as self-expression is hundreds of years old. And they were made by artists, not ordinary people. Okay. So, okay, we can say that's true. Now, Rubens was a poor artist. I don't think so. Let's see that. Look, a good example of this is Rubens, who painted himself to show how rich and successful he was. Okay, so was Rubens poor? No. Now, Rembrandt used painting to show his life story. That was true. Here, look. The self-portraits of the Dutch artist Rembrandt, for example, follow his life from youth to the successes of his midlife, to his problems in old age. So it's like an autobiography. Yeah. If you follow all the pictures that he took, I mean, not all the pictures, but all the paintings that he made, we can follow his life. Okay. So, and finally, selfies always reveal the truth. I'm not sure about it. I think no, I don't think they always reveal the truth. I guess the answer to that one is here. Look, but do selfies always reveal the truth of someone's life? No. Okay, not really. Look, some people use selfies to make themselves look more successful and their lives more glamorous than they really are. Okay, so here it's false. Okay, so let's check the answers. Yay! Why is the first one wrong? That the word selfie became popular after 2013. Let's check it out. So the only word that is different is after 2013, and here it's in 2013. So that's the only thing. So we should consider that false, not true, because it was not after, it was in 2013. Okay, guys. So there is this detail. So here it's false. Okay, just because of the word after here. You see, a small detail makes all the difference. So it was not after. It was not after. It was in. Okay. Okay, good. So, checking again, everything correct. So, do you think selfies should reveal the truth? What kind of selfies do you usually take? Like when you go to a party, happy moments, right? Yeah, people usually do that when they are feeling good, when they go to a party, then they take a selfie, isn't it? So this is what usually happens. Now, let's take a look, guys, here. There is another aspect of the language that we should observe that is also present in the article. And this aspect is called quantifiers. Okay, so we use quantifiers to say how much of something we have, or how much something, or how often something occurs. We use words like too much, too many, a little, a few, a lot, and enough. Okay, so let's take a look at some important notions. We use too much or too many to say that the quantity is more than we want or need. So it's in excess, okay? Sometimes this has a negative result. Example here. Does that mean people spend too much time thinking about their image? So this was taken from the article. So does that mean people spend too much time thinking about their image? Now, we use a few with countable nouns and a little with uncountable nouns to describe a small number or amount. Okay? Example, do you take a few selfies a week or a few a day? Okay? So we use the word enough to say all that is necessary. We use not enough to make a negative sentence. Example, Rubens put enough detail in his self-portraits for people to understand his life. Okay? So he put all that is necessary. Now we use a lot of or lots of with countable or uncountable nouns to describe a large number or amount. Example, lots of people act in a similar way today. Okay? It means a large number of people. So, based on that, we are going to see this activity here, number 7, to practice these quantifiers. Okay? So, choose the correct options. Let's see. The first one, Rembrandt's self-portraits don't have in the background. What do you think? So his self-portraits don't have a lot of detail, okay? They don't have a lot of detail in the background. They are simple, okay? Now, try to do numbers 2 to 7, and then we correct. Okay, guys? I'm going to ask you to do numbers 2 to 7, and then we can check together. So I'll give you 2 minutes to do that, okay? And then we correct. All right, there you go. Okay, let's correct people. So, number 2, what do you have there? Some people say Van Gogh used too many lines of thick paint. I say too many because we are using the word lines, and this is plural. So if it's plural, it's countable. So then I can say many, right? Now, number 3. Self-portraits. Yeah, it's plural. So obviously we should use lots of. Okay, because a little we can only use with uncountable nouns. Okay. Number 4. We are referring to the word people. People is countable. So I should use a few. Okay. Only a few people can afford to pay an artist. Okay. Number 5. It's the same word, people, again. People is countable. So which one should we use? Yes, many. Very good. So do you think too many people worry about their self-image? And now, number 6, we are referring to the word time. Time is uncountable. So I should use much. Okay. So some people spend too much time posting selfies online. Next one, I don't have skill to take really good photos. It's a negative sentence, and I'm saying that I don't have all the necessary things, so I don't have enough, okay? Enough skill. So it's the same as to say that I don't have skills enough to take really good photos, okay? Checking the answers. Everything okay? All right, people. So these are quantifiers, okay? Perfect. Great. We're done. And here to illustrate our lesson, we have a picture of Chinese tourists outside the Colosseum in Rome, Italy. So look what they're doing. This is a selfie stick, okay? So she's using a selfie stick to take a picture of herself in front of the Colosseum, right? Look. Have you ever used something like this to take a picture? I've never used a selfie stick. Yes, this is so I mean, so different. But some tourists, when they travel on their own, they need help to take pictures. So they like to have those sticks. So they attach their cell phones to them and take pictures in a better way. And it's very interesting, isn't it? Okay, people. So I guess this is all for today. We were supposed to do only 2 pages. So according to our lesson here on Google Classroom, our lesson plan, we should talk about the ways to express ourselves. We talked about image. We saw a wonderful video about self-image, and I will post the link to that video on our page here on Google Classroom. Okay, so you can watch the video again if you wish. Okay, we talked about recognizing prefixes. We saw some prefixes and the meanings behind them. They help us understand the words that are unfamiliar. And finally, we talked about quantifiers. So examples: too much, too many, a little, a few, a lot, and enough. The homework for next class is online practice unit 6.2 and some worksheets. Here, I posted some examples of portraits, of course, made by artists, okay? So you have an idea how beautiful they can be, okay? There are some files on quantifiers. There is also something here about prefixes. And here we have the worksheets to help you. Okay, guys? I'm going to add to our page the link to this video that we saw today about self-image. Okay? So let's take a final picture before we go. And I would like to remind you of the replacements. Now it's the end of the month, so it's very important to replace your classes. So don't forget to post your replacements on Google Classroom. Okay, girls? Thank you so much, Manu. Thank you, Kawani. Thank you, Rebecca. And I hope to see you next week, okay? We are halfway through the book. So, bye-bye, girls. Have a nice
Bye
weekend.
bye, teacher.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye, girls. Take care. Bye, Rebequinha. I was very happy to see you.